Alright, let's see. Not sure what I'm going to be doing. Do adjustment. Yeah. Let's loud on the headset. Okay. There's something we're going to do. We're going to go catch a growler. Need a growler. I need to stabilize my connection a little more. I can all going in on Wi-Fi at the moment. But I should be good for the next couple of hours. It's ponds in Savannah, so we've got to come over here. He should spawn this way. He spawns in the afternoon. I'm going to camp out here till I'm not sure yet if I'm going to be a police officer, and if so, I want to grow. And keep an eye out for any of the Pokemon we want over here too. Oh, he walked off. I'm not sure what happened to my money because I had 540 and then it glitched my wallet out. I'm missing about $45. Kill the tile over there. Leo. Oh, goodness, there's someone coming right up over here already. Don't kill it, thank you. Okay. Oh wait, there's another one over here. It's in the mail. No, it's female. Work for me. Let's go. Save some time on that lure. Because the lures only last an hour. I may have a better one in a minute. That's it. The last berry I need in my collection. I know I've got that berry. Gotta figure out. Which one of these is that? Um, I don't. I had that berry. I think maybe it got lost when I was redoing all this. Mm. Now I gotta organize again. Well, he's probably gonna get another one. Everything's covered in snow and I hate it. Not summer, so it's not going to melt. Which is stupid because it should melt in spring. Yeah, I should have one because it comes from Abra. And see people's walked. I wish that setting actually worked. That no didn't fall. We'll try to draw out some Abra and see if we can get that berry. Then start producing them again. And I think I had like one, and I should have planted it, but I'm not sure what happened to it. Okay, we can work on that a little later, though. And give him the berry, and then I'll get my berry. And it'll be good. Let's see. Ah, crap. There's another one over here, too. Get up out of this. I want to go after that Shanks. And Shanks came to me. Okay, well, there's two more, so. Okay, well, it's Shanks. I'm gonna pet it too. I don't have one yet. Okay, that's a pirate. While we're waiting. There's a Kamala. Awesome. Okay. Oh, the cat's room disappeared. I don't know if I have Duskull yet. Yes, indeed. I'll take it. Not to, and a shuckle. Not a Pokemon over there I want. I don't think so. I'm just curious on your level. Yeah. That's a neat arena. I'm trying to catch them at like the lowest evolution possible so I can actually raise them myself. Just despawned. Oh, it's right there. And then my secret weapon for catching is my Skiploom with sleep powder and using a dream ball. There's some of these I want. I'm gonna just let Leo as a male. Yes, it is. So we're gonna try to catch this with Great Ball. I need to save what little quick balls I have until I stop being lazy and make some more. And we don't have any legendaries. We have only 3 Ultra Beasts. And those were lucky because I just continued to challenge the Ultra Beasts when I saw them up until the point that I found them that they just didn't really have any offensive moves. When I caught them, they weren't worth anything. Torkoal. I want a Torkoal, but everyone I've seen has been really high level. Underground? I think he's underground. Yeah, I knew that was coming up. I want to catch it without having to risk pulling out one of my stronger Pokemon, but I think everything else is either going to be like not very effective or it's just going to be too effective. Growth. Found one. And I found my other Nidoran. I want to hit that one too. This is female. Nope, didn't have to worry about that too much. Starting with Thunder. Oh, another Growth. It's another female. Yeah, because I'm kind of mixed right now. I'm trying to see what other people on the server are doing. Because I'm already a Pokemon Ranger, and I can give up that position and become a criminal. In which case, I'd really like to run uh, join Team Magma and run a fire type gym. That fish. Wait, what is? Oh, okay. I want this fish that's here. Oh, wait, I have one. You know, I've got one already. That's fine. Free food. But I'm either going to like join Team Magma and run a fire gym later, or I think I'm going to give up my Pokemon Ranger position, or I may add on to my Pokemon Ranger position and become a officer. That's yeah, both of them do fighter. Uh, and stay a ranger And if I do that, I may do like a water and an electric gym instead. If I used a water gym, I could use my starter. Just, I think what I would do is just do water. Because we've got these pulling something out of the playbook for no pixel. We opened up villain teams. We like come down here. Buy black Pokeballs and lockpicks. The criminals can just kind of build whatever they want to here. It's bedrock. Nobody's getting in by accident. We got teleporters to everybody's base. So the teams and criminals can just kind of gather here, chat, trade, sell, do whatever they're going to do, fence items. And the 6 teams all have their base. And this will open up and sell or purchase more stuff as we go. I do plan on kind of upgrading some of this a little bit after we get it set up a little bit. Yeah, we got the gang hideout. Only criminals are allowed down there, and uh, only the team people are allowed in the team basis. Not just anybody can go in there. When you like come over here to the bank, you can access your ender chests. If you need to replace your wallet, you can replace your wallet. But you have this metal door here that can't be opened. And that red light will let you know when the alarm system is armed and the alarm is primed. And you open this door, moment you step in the door frame, the laser hits, it sends an announcement from that command block to the server to let the police officers know that this bank is being robbed. So besides finding a way to get this door open, you can't put a pressure plate. You can, but it's not allowed. So we catch with the pressure plate right there, and because I'll know if the door was open correctly, and if not, then you kind of forfeit your loot. But for cheating, I'll have to figure out a way to prevent that myself later. But this is just like a simple thrown together thing, like proof of concept. And then there's that door in there that's locked. It has to be lockpicked. And inside is a uh, green Pokestop, which is the tier 2 one. All of our landmarks are on the server are just like the tier 1, they're the blue ones. So you can get some fairly decent loot, like great balls, super potions, kind of like mid-tier equipment in there, and items and stuff from there. But there's also 8 containers inside that are locked, that has to be lock picked. And each one has, at the moment, I can go ahead and say what they are at the moment because it's not really going to make a difference. They're kind of randomized in there. There's 3 small money bags. You can get those and open those up, and it gives a random amount of coins. I think up to like $100. So that can be divided up against people who heist it. There's 2 golden hourglasses, 5 gold ingots. There's a nugget. There's I remember everything that's in there really. Yeah, you just pick the other containers and get extra loot if you can and have the time. There is a little switch right here at the top of the door you can hit to close the door and keep the police from getting in. Try to buy you some time, but the police can't override the door and open it up regardless. And I think through my testing, if I remember correctly, I don't think I changed it since then. But yeah, once the police go up there and they open that door from the outside again, I think it actually blocks you from closing it again from the inside. So once they get done doing that, then you're just out. It made this one kind of obvious because who's in the chat here? Okay, I don't have to worry about one of the players. But you flip the power off on this switch, it pops this open, cuts this off. Anybody walking around will notice the green light is not flashing and know this has been tampered with. So you want to cut the power back on, cut the switch. This here is active. The door has lost power and opened, but the alarm system is armed. The alarm system is armed. Now you got to pick the lock on the door. The whole time you're in this hallway, that alarm is going off to let people know that somebody's in there and trying to get in. Otherwise, once you get in, that alarm on the door there is flashing, and people will still know that you are inside the vault. And even if you close the door, as long as nothing weirds out different than my testing, that flashing light, even if you close the door, it stays on. So this causes the anybody to come by, whether the door is open, closed, whatever's going on, they'll see that the alarm system is going off or hear the alarm. If you get into that little vault back there, that light is still flashing and lets people know in case anybody got on after the server message got posted, which then gives you the advantage. But yeah, it's just a little simple proof of concept type thing. But I'm also thinking of setting up one where you're robbing the store here. So I'm thinking of setting one where you're going to try to get into these rooms here, and they'll be altered, and you're really just going in and stealing the stealing items and stuff. One would be like a vault room where the store would theoretically store their cash, and then the other one would be like stored like overstock products. So then, whenever the like Team Rocket comes up and they go anybody on there, they won't steal money. They're just kind of robbing it and stealing the money. And then when they come down here, because the alarm went off, any players that are police officers would be gathered out here and battle, and the criminals would have to beat them in a battle to get free, and then they can come and sell their stolen goods at the hideout. Hey, Plonky. And so I kind of took this from like the no pixel GTA type thing because we were looking for a way to implement villain teams, and I thought, well, why don't we just do it like criminals do? So they got their own little like underground black market hangout, and the even like you could have like wars between the villain teams too, because we have Team Rocket, Galactic, Magma, Aqua, Plasma, and Neoplasma. We got 6 different teams, and then we were looking at like police officers to police them. We have the normal police force with Officer Jenny that'll run the jail and deal with, people in town here. We have Officer Jenny with her Growlithe over here. But we have the Pokemon Rangers as well, who can deal with stuff further off in the server. And we have opened up to allow people to rob player businesses. So this shop here is owned by another player, and the door is locked. So you can lockpick this door and come in here. And on that shelf, this rack back here are items. So we could rob their extra items. And this would really just be, they're just kind of out of luck. They'll need to upgrade their security for their business. Otherwise, criminals can just go up to a player and just straight rob them. And because they beat them in a Pokemon battle, the player has to hand over like some money and some items to them. But knowing who the other player is, this is where they can go to the Ranger HQ over there and put in a bounty on that criminal, and the Pokemon Rangers will go and collect the items back by defeating them in battle. Which I've completed the quest and become a ranger. So I'm currently the only ranger on the server. I don't have authority to stop heists, but I can stop robberies and go after players outside of our spawn zone here. And I just got my Growlithe. So it's really at this point, like, I think our server is pretty much done with what we want. It's just implementing and perfecting stuff. I've spent I don't know, like a month and a half on this. Actually longer if you count like before I actually figured out what map we were using. How are you doing, Flunky? Maybe we'll see if it wants all the stuff for me. I run a research lab over here and kind of deal in like fossils and stuff to help out beginner trainers and help people train and raise their Pokemon. That one's quite nothing. Okay, that's good. Oh, no problem. Yeah, I've been working like planning out like this whole server for this. I'm just looking for more people to play at the moment. Because right now it's just like me and two others, and I have three other than that that at some point is likely going to join. I'm just kind of looking for more. Because I've got it set. I think looking for a total of like 15. But I don't know who would all be interested in Pokemon in Minecraft. Okay. What do I need to do? Probably need to hit Pokestops. Because these respawn every day, and I haven't collected them. This here's the lab for the professor. There's a Team Rocket grunt on top of the volcano, and you beat them. And it's actually a pretty tough battle, despite how simple I thought it was when I set it up. But you get it, and you get a parcel from Professor Oak, which was supposed to be like a package that was being delivered to the lab here. And you return it, and you get that endorsement letter. You take it to the Ranger HQ, and you get your Ranger ID. He's up here. I think because I reset him, I'll have to fight him if I come up here. And Team Magma's base is over there. So you can get through the lava. Team Magma and Team Aqua are the only bases that can actually be reached through without using the teleporters down there. And when I click that, I'm supposed to be clicking this. Okay. And if you want to take a break from Pokemon battles, there are Pokemon cards to collect. And you can play Pokemon with cards. And we've got the Pokemon League up here. We have these little vendor shops here for whenever the league gets held. Which right now we don't have. We'll hold it when we have at least 2 people who qualify. Then we'll see who our champion is. But also over here is a little teleporter you can access, and it'll take you to gym battles. We do have a few NPC gyms using just like really simple, like the badges kind of look like they're like carvings on wood. We want players to run the gyms, but until all that gets sorted, we have the NPCs to help fill some of the slack on that. We found out a way to do. We kind of come up with our own system for Pokemon contests, and we have fishing contests and things like that that we do. We just did a fishing contest where it's like you catch 3 Magikarp within 30 minutes, up to 3, and then it's like you're going to submit whichever one you want. Before we use the highest score, which we may still do, it's like people aren't just really no point in using the weaker Magikarp. The Magikarps get scored, and based on the score you win. Your name goes on the board outside the town hall. And everybody gets to see your score. like this time around, it was like a really good one because what? Oh, all the unknown don't have icons. Just messing with my map. I can probably update that myself. Actually, it's kind of lagging my. But it was like her Magikarp, like it was just like a normal Magikarp. It didn't have any special skin or anything, but it had such high IVs that it raised her score up and just blew everybody else away. I'm pretty open that. Because her score with just the IVs alone uh, was the exact same as my total score on my highest one. When we started adding on for other points, she was like 40 points ahead. I'll probably start streaming, if anything, streaming the events. Because otherwise, I'm really just doing a lot of leveling up. Since we level up 4 times slower than normal, and I was doing a lot of work on the server. But my Pokemon hunting and stuff should speed up now that we got a lot of that done. But similar to the Magikarp thing, we do have a way to do Pokemon contests also. For those who liked that aspect in the games. We pretty much wanted to add a little bit of everything, like from the games and shows in. Because we do have like ranks for like people who are going to just like breed and raise Pokemon, and we have those for contests and the trainers, and we're even looking for like frontier brains. We plan on eventually doing a battle frontier. But if you want to take a break from Pokemon, there's also like we have Pam's Harvest Craft for farming, and I need him. We've got like farming and cooking stuff added in. And it's a male. That's good. If I get a blue one, I want it to be a female. But we got Harvest Craft, so you can like farm and do food and stuff like that. So you can run a restaurant or run like a market to sell fruits and vegetables. Um, we got like houses for players to claim, and pre-built businesses. Got like a lumber yard, a couple of greenhouse, a farm. We have an extra mall. So there's like plenty to do outside of just playing Pokemon, really. Because you can kind of choose how you play and like what your like drive is. Because like, are you wanting to be a gym leader, and that would mean raise and train up your Pokemon to, ward off challengers, or do you want to be a trainer and aim to become and champion and then try to keep your title, or like, and of course, if you're like the champion and you lose your champion status, you become an Elite Four. Because our Elite Four is going to be made up of our previous four champions. Then you got like Frontier Brains, which will run the Battle Frontier. We'll have NPC and player ones. Or it's like, do you want to be like a ranger and take on jobs, or an officer and help the players take their businesses, and or do you want to be like a villain? And I've done my own mod for the server, so we do have a Shadow Lugia and Shadow Ho-Oh using these. Uh, yeah, we got like textures, and they're both dark and flying types, and they share like pretty much the same stats. Some of their moves were swapped out for dark type moves. And what they can learn through TMs were swapped out too. Because we're also planning on having like story stuff, because I opened up my little research lab over here, and without telling anybody, one day Team Rocket was just all over here and wouldn't let nobody in. And for people who did get in, there was a really tough Team Rocket trainer at the door blocking them from getting in, because I had this area here before I turned this into a shop was actually a vat that had Shadow Lugia, and Team Rocket basically, trying to steal Shadow Lugia, let it go. So here before long, I actually have Shadow Lugia spawning over the town that will randomly attack players. So we have like some story and stuff behind. I figured like we would do like seasons and have like story going on for like a short period, and then we move on to something else going on, and just try to put some kind of events or changes on the server. Like there's story behind it all. So, but otherwise, it's like pretty much everything on the server is going to be run by players eventually. Is my That's what I'm hoping. We've got so much space and open buildings, and we kind of went all out. Community chests for players in need. somebody's just broke and dying of hunger, there is some food and stuff in there that was donated. I was like, to help fund the server, because it is a paid server, so I'm having to pay for it. We do have a VIP and VIP Plus status. You can teleport this nice gold themed bar. Chill with VIPs. You have a few simple little items, golden apple, gold themed mail, yellow Pokeball, some gold tools that'll break relatively quickly, yellow Pokemon bag, just some simple stuff for VIP for helping for the server. And it's like VIP and VIP Plus status. And it's like VIP is like $5 for the month, Plus is 10, but it's not required to play. It's just for the people who also wanted to help pay for the server, because with the last one, what happened to the door? Oop, I stepped back on the platform. Because when we were running the server before, we were having some uh, connection issues because it was a free server, and we also like couldn't have more than about like 7 people, 5, 7, kind of like based on what we were doing on at once. And people were wanting the a paid server put up, and were willing to pay. But I also don't want people to help pay for the server and not get a little something. So uh, you get access to that little club room and some special shops, and uh, every month, yeah, there's like a package. You get like a VIP and a VIP Plus package, and if your donation was 15 or higher, you just get both. You get one of each. Just a few little helpful items and some money and stuff to keep you going for the month. I think that's all I really worked on. At the moment, we only have my lab is up. He just opened his shop, and I think he's just selling coffee and tea right now. And she has opened up. I'm not sure if her shop's open, or if she's got the door locked too. Yes, she does. She sells wood. She had this whole area covered in trees. She just went and just cut it all down. Like every tree over here is gone. Wow. I'm gonna plant some trees. Maybe. I have one. Oh, thanks for battling me. But all we're really doing right now is just looking for players before we get too much going on. So like the server was up for like a couple of weeks before we had our first person get I had my first person get on. And so I was like trying my best to just more prep my house rather than train up my Pokemon or catch anything. I didn't want get too far ahead. I kind of don't want that to be the, yeah. Like I'm mostly just like looking for friends and friends of friends, like just people we know that aren't going to get on and just like grief and cause trouble and exploit and everything. But I don't really know a whole lot of people, and I've already talked to everyone I do know that like would play this, and some of them just can't get on and do it right now, but they are planning on getting on a little later. Thank you for the follow. I kind of missed the alert. I just heard the noise. But it's like, so I have some people extra who's going to be getting on, but I'm not sure when because they've got other stuff. And what did I come back here for? Thank you for the follow. Oh, I hit my goal. Is that another one? Because that's another notification. 51. That's another one. Um, my, I'm breaking my YouTube, my VTuber. Oh man. Thank you for the follows. Yeah, my like camera's not picking up like nothing but just smile. Well, my model doesn't really have expressions. I just swapped it over into this new program, and I have to go back and like hand edit everything all over again. So like, face tracking doesn't even work properly because it's not even. It doesn't even talk a lot when I use my mic. Thank you for the follow. 54. But working on my model is kind of easy considering I made it, so I know how everything works and got all the programs and all. Color expert. Oh, okay, that's where I still had my. Oops. I can't remember. There was something I was supposed to be doing while they were offline. What was I saying before all the follows? Oh yeah, yeah. I have some people who's going to get on, but I just don't know when. So it's server will be a lot busier whenever I can at least get them on and then see if they know somebody. Because the two who's already on, I think a friend of theirs might be interested. I talked to them earlier. Oh, I forgot to stop. I should probably visit the Pokemon Center while I'm here. Yeah, it's all using the like the smooth models. They're all animated. They've got the Orange Island variants for Pokemon. They've got the pink Pokemon from the Pecan Island. And then they have custom forms. They're Strike form, Alter form, and Ashen, which have their own textures. I actually. And then we have the two Shadow Pokemon I added in. So we got Shadow Lugia and Shadow Ho-Oh. Shadow Lugia is the exact one from Coliseum. And then you have drowned variants, which are kind of like zombie, but you have to complete a quest to be able to go and do those. They're like in this flooded world. But like, I've got an Azumarill I caught. It's like, I think it's the only one on the server that has an alternate form Pokemon. But like, Azumarill, this is the alter retexture for it. So I got this altar form. And he's got a mark on him, so he's got a little title for his name. I'm gonna put these Pokemon I just cut up. So I can remember what box number everything is. I just wish there was a faster way of moving through all these boxes. Hey, I caught this mini Pokemon a minute ago when I started streaming. Uh, yeah, because my pink Pidgeotto. You got the Pecan Island Pokemon too, and the Orange Islands, and there's plenty of different variants to collect. And people should have plenty of room in their PCs because I did set it where you have 254 PC boxes with 30 Pokemon apiece, so everybody should have enough to have one of everything. I know there was something. I caught my Growlithe. Oh, I've got to check my Magby because I'm waiting for Magmar and Ditto to make my Magby egg so I can hatch it. Because I can catch Slugma variants if I have a Magby in my party. Okay. Ditto. Got Magmar. Right here. And grab my egg and now we just hatched this little Magby. I have been trying to catch it, but I just could never get one to spawn. So I ended up just catching Magmar instead. Because like Magikarp, oh, because I have my Magikarp from the Magikarp catching contest in my basement. They have textures from the Magikarp jump game. So you can get them that's spotted. They're blue, purple, pink, black, gray. But we also have like variants for Shellos, Feel, and Slugmas too. But I currently only know how to do the Magikarp and Slugmas. Let's see. Now I got my egg. Now I just got to hatch it. I need to run around. Yeah, we put a lot of work and thought into this. Oh, I forgot how expensive this is. I just got this money up because I was flat broke earlier. Museum shows off all the fossils. And so people aren't tearing up everything mining. The overworld is actually its own separate dimension. So you can actually go to your own generated like space. Spawn is over here, so I can just come here and hit the stone. Like going to the overworld, this is its own dimension. It's pretty much got its own seed, generates just like your normal world does, but it's in its own dimension. So you can really do whatever you want to here when it comes to chopping trees, tearing up the landscape, and not mess with like the server itself. And then if you want to mine, we have our own separate dimension that is nothing but like underground. And no matter how high up you go, it's all just stone and stuff. You can mine as much as you want. And of course, you can have access to ultra space from here. Oh, I actually need to fight that Abra. I was looking for one of those. I think Abra will work too. I need to get one of those berries. I don't know where he went. Yep, got one for him. Okay, now I can start growing those. Teleport without touching the grass. And you can go to the drowned world, which is probably going to be hard to see because it's hard to see on my end. But it's got drowned Pokemon. I wonder how long I have to run around for this egg to hatch. I'm sorry if there's maybe any lag with the stream. because I am running OBS, running my the the software for my VTuber model, and running the game all on the same PC. Normally I don't have an issue, but sometimes it wants to act up a little bit. What else can I show off while I'm walking around here waiting for Victor? Wow. Oh, this is all 43. I'm at the police station here. Despite what this armor looks like, it is actually just a police uniform. Let's see. You can open up all the cells. And you open up them individually like that. There's a lamp. Prisoners can come out here. There's some stuff they can grow for food. Trees they can chop down. Make tools for whatever they need. That opens doors. Prisoner tries to escape. The lights start flashing and the alarm goes off. You can open the door from over there, from over here too. We have Pokemon Trainer School. For those who don't know how to play Pokemon, the gym space is just really small and simple. It's grass, water, rock, fire, dragon, electric, ice, dark, fairy, and ghost. I believe all of them. Don't have nobody opening up anything here. I just need to keep running around because I gotta hatch this egg. And then I'm gonna go hunting for Slugma. But this server's been up for like a month and a half. No. Well, yeah, because we moved it from the free server over to the paid server when I got it set up. So yeah, about a month and a half. And it's like every week there's just, since it's open, there's been something new. There's the welcome center when you first spawn. Got an NPC that'll greet you. You can use the PCs. You can stay in the beds. Just whatever you need while you're getting started. I'm just gonna run this way because I gotta touch this thing. There's a water park too. Eventually someone will open it up. In the saloon. I don't see any new Pokemon spawning either. I think I have all these. Doesn't seem close to hatching. Take a while. I do not have a bike. Fill everybody up. I'm debating on doing like community days where we'll set like a certain Pokemon, well, 1 to 3 Pokemon maybe, up in like a Safari Zone type area using the spawners and Peach. And then people like farm up a specific Pokemon once a month. Kind of like Pokemon Go does. Pikachu's level 47. I'm not sure I can catch it. Oh, I did catch it. Think Pidgey. I need to plant this berry. I'm gonna start growing more so I can trade it for my Enigma berry. I asked for. What do I need? Now I'm gonna need chest. 5 iron ingots. Um, need some terracotta. I need some bricks. Yeah, my farm here is just kinda automatically farming berries. This is honestly really broken because I didn't know. I knew that we had these botany pot. I think these botany pots will allow us to grow berries. We didn't have to grow those big trees and manually harvest them. We can just right click the pot and it would harvest the berry for us. And it's like you can grow the tree and take up all that extra space and collect and harvest like a whole bunch of berries at once, or you could just do it one at a time like this and have all this free space. But I didn't know that the botany pots had a hopper version that would instantly harvest the plant and then put it into a container. So really, once you get set up, you should never run out of berries and plants. You just gotta have the resources. And I'm growing him some berries. Uh, this guy helps us save. I know what I want to do. Trying to hatch this one, replace all those trees that was cut down that was not put back up. Gotta keep the server green. Deforestation is not good. Especially since we need the trees for items and Pokemon anyway. I'm gonna do some oak. I'm throwing a lag a little bit. It could also just be the server. Or not the server, but like my connection. Because the weather's not that great. All these poor beehives that's floating here. I'm gonna plant cherry blossom trees all over. Okay. That'll help replenish a lot of our trees. Oh, maybe not as much as I thought. Let's see what other saplings we got. Yeah, she's giving me so much more. It's like at one point, it's like everything over here you could not see because there was nothing but trees. And because she just kind of went a little wild at planting and harvesting trees. Hey, there's plenty of wood to go around though. Not a problem. Some rainbow perch. I actually found out what rainbow it does. Just got some brighter colored leaves. Okay, I'll go plant these and it'll be fine. There's another arrow. But I guess part of a job of Pokemon Ranger in the games, anyways, was like, you know, kind of doing this. I think it's like the whole helping Pokemon. They need their foresty home back, so we just plant trees. And it'll be easier to start streaming now too, because I did get a new job, and it's a lot less stressful and a lot easier on my anxiety than my other one, because I work overnight after closing, and I don't have to be around and deal with a lot of people, and the pay is a lot better, and the hours are actually what I wanted on the other job. Ah, I want that cutie fly. But because it's like I'm up all night now because of my sleep schedule, the days that I'm off, I can actually stream because my internet's better at night than it is during the day. So I can start streaming again. I'm off like I'm only working weekends for like the next 2, 3 weeks. So pretty much have the whole week I can stream. It's just trying to find something to do. Like normally I have more to do than this when I'm on the server. But at the moment I really need to start making a list of stuff that needs to be done and stuff that I want to do. Oh, the hatch soon. My egg. Bug and fairy type. We'll put it with the fairy type, so. I know I just really want to start catching these slugma. And I sent messages out on Discord for the people who's supposed to join later. I'm trying to find out if people have a plan on joining a team or be like rangers, officers, whatever, and like just what their plans are. Because I kind of want to go like opposite of what the trend is. Because we have like a no one really wanted to be officers. I'll stay a ranger and an officer. Otherwise, I'll drop my ranger status and join a team. So otherwise, I'd work on that kind of stuff and fleshing that out more. But I kind of want to know ahead of time what I'm supposed to be doing based on what people's interest is. Yes, we have a MacBee. So now what we need is we need fire resistance potions. I have my old rod here. It's been appraised, so we can find the jump forms. We're going to get fire resistance potions. I need to fill these bottles up. There's not enough water. Lucky I got a cauldron outside. And redstone dust. And the resource pack that I did up has this nice little cheat sheet off to the sides of the UI for the brewing stand, so you can actually see what you're supposed to craft. And now we can go to the nether without dying of heat stroke. Because one thing I did do also is we do have seasons. So crops can only grow during their correct season. So like if you're into farming, it's just not wait for plants to grow and harvest them. It's now you got to swap out your crops based on what season it is, and each season lasts 30 in-game days. So for 30 days, you have your crops that you're harvesting, and then you have to pull them up and swap them out so you can harvest your next set. Some stuff can only grow in like summer and spring, and but also the temperature changes, and you can get too hot and get heat stroke, or you can freeze if you stay in extreme temperatures too long. That was just kind of add like an extra element for people to work around and stuff while they're playing. Like you can't explore too far without being unprepared because besides your normal hazards like needing to eat, damage from falling or potentially drowning, You now need to avoid hot biomes if you don't have a way to cool off, or if you don't have fire resistance potions. Put a hearth in your house, and your house is safe. That's a good spot to start fishing. I want a spot where I can really see my slug moth. I'm not sure how many different variants for slug moth. We'll just see what we fish up. Double check. Hmm. Don't special textures. Let's see. Jump Pokemon. Let's see. There's 32 Magikarp, 12 Shellos, 9 Spheal, 8 Clobdipus, and there's 8 Slugma. Let's see. So you need. Yeah, so this should be what we do is just fish. I think I misread because it looks like that the Magby with one of these alternate Slugma will cause the Magby to evolve and have change a different form. There's actually a different form of Magmar based on the Slugma in your party. But I fished for quite a while the other day and only got normal Slugma, so we'll see. I just want some of these variants of Slugma. We're only getting the same one. Oh, just the default. So we can refresh our supplies for uh, fire resistance potions, though. Do they even look any different? Okay, admin test something here. know all this stuff because someone is eventually going to ask also, and I need to know. Because I also don't need to be wasting my time. Let's see. Ain't gonna hurt nothing either, it's just statue. Okay, copper sulfate is blue. Green, pink, silver, kind of a yellowish green, purple, yellow, deep red, and I have a shiny one. That's all I wanted to know. I just wanted to make sure that we were looking for different colors. That there wasn't something else different about them. Okay, so we are looking for different colors, so their icons and everything should show up different too. In case I happen not to be able to see in the lava. Because I can't see it in the lava. But how rare are these? Because with how much fishing I've done, I haven't actually seen one. I know the jump Magikarps are not this rare. Hmm. Oh crap. And it doesn't say anything about like different minerals appearing different biomes. Okay. Well, just drink that potion. I don't want it to go to waste, but something I could try. Could try going outside the nether and trying. Maybe the nether is what's causing. Ah, okay, I guess I'm gonna battle him then. Well, let's see. Oh, okay, I'm gonna drop the parcel. I don't need it because I'm already a ranger. I've already done this quest. I just had to reset it because I accidentally blew the volcano up and then had to fix it when I was trying to do the Groudon thing. Also blew a giant hole in the middle of town and had to repair the town too. I gotta remember when I'm doing that stuff, I need to make a backup of the server first. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't good. Little Magby can't fight. I don't think I'm going to get any of the Slugmas here. Maybe I need to find a better fishing rod. I did all this work for Slugma and I'm still not finding any. Yeah, so I don't think that the variants are going to show up. I may just need to upgrade my fishing rod. But I should have a better chance. Higher level rod. Oh, and there's spirit Pokemon too. Valentine, Zombie, Strike, Summer, Rainbow. We should be able to pick up Hmm. I think the only thing holding me back is really I just need a good one. Nobody's found one yet. Or maybe I'm just looking for something higher than one exclamation point. Maybe I'm looking for a 2 or 3 for the. You see here with the rain, it helps boost it up. I'm getting a lot of 2s. I don't have a choodle. One that I do know that's over there though. I don't want that too. Oh, wrong. Ah, on it. That's not what I wanted. Where's this little bird? I probably should have quick ball to Dino. Ladybug. I hate that it's so hard to get Pokemon that fly. They never seem to ever want to land. See, there's a free Magikarp right there. I'm not sure how to get the Shellos now. What house that up? Yes, it is. Okay. Need food. I could probably update this resource pack that does the icons myself. I don't like how some of the newer stuff doesn't have icons. See what we can get out of the ocean. Oh, there's a pink magic heart. My marshmallow looks like trucks. I need. It's trying to get laggy. I think my connection's acting up. Let's see some actual fish this time. This is resort my item back up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. I caught him pick a minute. I think it's underground. Which means I know where to go to get under there. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. I think the Dratini sprite disappeared, meaning we actually have to dig up. But where is that pool of water at? Thank you for the follow. There he is. What is he in this weird little spot here? Oh no. Yes, okay. First thing first. Quick ball. Oh, we got Dratini with the first ball. I don't care if I drown. I'm happy. I'm never getting out of this hole, and I don't even know what this thing is. But I got the items too. Mm, I have plenty of mints, so I can adjust this how I like it. It's 52%. It'd be better as a special attacker, really. Doesn't have a whole lot on speed. Nope, I'm happy. He's really rare, and I'm the first one who's got one. Let's go check out what moves I can give him and build my team. My mini map. Oh, nope, we can't stop just yet. So did I, buddy. Okay. He's a starter, so he's gonna be a pain to catch, but hopefully we can just get. Of course not. Everything's got a bad habit of killing everything else. .2% in an Ultra Ball. This doesn't catch him. Kipling has been amazing at catching Pokemon. Okay, now I have a Totodile too. 2 rare Pokemon in that short little span of time. Pokemon Center. I did catch that Ultra Form Meryl earlier too. I think as far as rare Pokemon goes, I'm doing fairly good. I gotta put this stuff in my bag up at some point. Don't feel like it right now. Which doesn't matter, I'm about to have to stop. I gotta get to bed. Gotta keep my sleep cycle straight for work. Okay. Does Dratini have any? I should cap using my armor right on any of those. Get back to my house and doors over here. Oh, they're locked. And the bottom glitch to the bottom shows that it's open. I don't think it's a cobblestone retriever. And if I wasn't a Pokemon Ranger, I'd be going to buy a lockpick just to take that lock controller. But I've got to behave myself. I might put this stuff later because I've really got to start heading off. And to do that, okay. And I think I'm ready to log out. Alright. Thank you for everyone who stopped by and followed, but still around. I will likely stream tomorrow night also. Since I should still be off. I need to check my schedule to make sure. But I should be streaming tomorrow night, tomorrow morning, down in there. It'll likely be Pixelmon again. Because I really need to start leveling up these Pokemon. Because I want to... I work all weekend, so I'm off all next week. So next week, during those 4 days, I kind of want to hit the gym battles. Is this music playing? Yes, it is. Okay. But I'm off all next week. I'm just working the weekends for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So I want to level up my teams the next 2 days streaming. So I can hit the gyms next week. That gives me 4 days. Well, 3 days, because I'm going to take a day to rest after I work for those 3 days. Gyms are all 3 versus 3. And they're all level 50. I just gotta figure out what I'm going to use for each of them. There's 10 gyms. I need 8 badges. But I'm going to aim for all 10 in those 3 days. I'm also hoping that we can get a more definite answer on what people plan to do. Because it may be interesting on these streams to get some PvP going because of the heists. Because we do have a heist for the bank where the villain teams can try to rob it. And, like, I'm a Pokemon Ranger, so I would kind of be involved in that. I think that would make up some interesting stuff where we can get some PvP going from people trying to get into the bank. Because we haven't really had any PvP on the server yet. But I'm gonna head off. Thank you all for coming. And we'll stream again later on.